Today we're making the best slow roasted beef short ribs and maple pecan carrots.
Hi, I'm Laura. Welcome back to Dinner and a Side, where my sister and I share our favorite dinner combos. We're making a main dish and a side dish in our separate kitchens. I love making short ribs at home. It's a restaurant-worthy meal at not a restaurant-worthy price. I mean, don't get me wrong, short ribs are expensive, but you will easily pay 3 times the price at a restaurant. So this is one of those meals that's definitely worth it to make at home as a special treat.
Plus, this recipe makes the most tender, succulent beef you can imagine. It also makes an incredibly flavorful red wine gravy. It's an impressive meal to serve to your guests, but it's also easy enough to make for a weeknight meal.
So let's start with the beef, and then Angie will make the carrot side dish once this gets cooking. I bought these lovely prime short ribs at Costco this weekend, so that's what I'm gonna use. Ideally, you want ribs that are about 4 to 5 inches long with about 2 inches of meat on top of the bone. That's what's gonna make the best meal. You can also use boneless if you prefer. Okay, to get started, let's set the oven to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's about 150 degrees Celsius. You're gonna need a Dutch oven or another oven-safe pot for this, one that will fit all of your short ribs. It's gonna cook in the oven for about 3 hours. A couple other ways that you can make this: you can do it in the crock pot, it'll take about 6 hours, or in the Instant Pot, it'll just take 45 minutes. If you'd like to try one of those methods, I'll put the instructions down in the description for you. We're starting with medium-high heat. Add some oil. While the oil's heating up, I'll put some salt and pepper on these short ribs. Make sure to get both sides. Use plenty so you get a nice seasoning. Place them in the pot and just let them sear. You want to get a nice brown crust on each side, so don't move them around too much. Just leave them be for about 3 to 4 minutes per side. That's how you're going to get the best crust. Flip that baby over. See that nice dark sear we got? That is where the magic happens in this recipe. That's going to add a ton of flavor to the beef. When they're done, we can take them out of the Dutch oven. Now I'm going to add the onions, celery, and carrots. I'm going to sear these as well until they get a little bit of color themselves, but I don't want them to burn, so I'm going to lower the heat. Just keep an eye on it. Now you can add in the garlic, thyme, bay leaves, tomato paste, red wine. Don't forget to save a little for yourself. And beef stock. Whisk it well so you get all of the brown bits off the bottom of the pot. Now you can add the beef ribs back into the pot. And I just toss them around a little bit in the sauce to get them all nice and coated. All that's left to do is cover it with the lid and put it in the oven for about 3 hours. That's all there is to it. Pretty easy. And when it comes out of the oven later, it's going to be perfectly tender.
For the side dish today, we're making maple Dijon glazed carrots. I'd get started on these about 40 minutes before your short ribs are done, just so everything can be served hot. I've chosen some really great organic carrots for this. I just love the array of colors. If you can get these, great. If you can't, no worries. Use any carrots that you can find. If they're a little thicker, you may want to cut them down a bit, or you could even use baby carrots. Wash them really well to get off any dirt. Peeling isn't necessary if you've washed them really well, but I still like the look of them better when they're peeled. Okay, I'm gonna mix together my glaze. You know, this is really easy glaze, but I'm still gonna use my jar to mix it up. You'll need a tablespoon of olive oil and a tablespoon of maple syrup. Mix that together well. Ideally, you want to put the carrots in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes. If you already have your short ribs in the oven, then they're cooking at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. It's okay to cook the carrots at 300 degrees, it's just going to take a little bit longer. Or you can wait until your short ribs are done, crank up the heat, and cook your carrots. Arrange the carrots in a single layer on the baking sheet. Brush them with the maple syrup mixture. Try to get both sides as coated as possible. Then we can pop these in the oven. It'll take about 25 minutes at 400 degrees or about 40 minutes at 300. Okay, we're all set here. When the short ribs are done, we'll check back in with Laura.
Okay, this is exciting. The short ribs have been cooking for 3 hours now. Let's take them out. Don't those look great? I'm just gonna have to take them out of the pot for a few minutes to make the sauce. Make sure you also get those bay leaves out. So you remember we added all of those aromatic vegetables in there, and they're all cooked down in there now, but that's gonna make the sauce really chunky. So I like to blend it up, and that thickens the sauce and makes it just so wonderful. The easiest way to do this is with an immersion blender if you have one. Just blend it all up. If you want, you can skip this step. I just think that it adds a lot of flavor to the gravy, and I don't like to waste those vegetables. And now we have a wonderful thick sauce to serve with our ribs. It's like liquid gold. If you don't like the sauce thick like this, you can always put it through a fine mesh strainer and get rid of those solids so that you have a silky, really smooth, but much thinner sauce. I like it this way, and it's a lot simpler. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get these ready to plate up. Let's get back to the side dish. I think it's just about ready too.
It is. We just need to make the sauce. Combine another tablespoon of maple syrup, 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and a 1/4 tablespoon of cinnamon. I've got it over medium heat, and I'm just going to keep it here until it starts a light boil. You might have to adjust the temp to keep it there. The sauce will start to thicken. That's when you add the pecans. Stir it up. Let them cook for another probably 2 minutes until it's thickened. You don't want it to get too thick or it'll turn into hard candy. Well, I'm ready to serve this up. Let me grab the carrots. I just served them on a large platter and pour the sauce and nuts right over the middle. Doesn't that look great? And that's our maple pecan carrots. Laura, we're ready to eat.
The sauce is so luscious and velvety. It tastes so great with these ribs. Look how the meat just falls apart. I really cannot get enough of this dish. Good thing there's leftovers.
Thanks for watching. If you're looking for even more dinner recipes to try, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified of our next video.